Good day, everyone. This is Serptonius. We're again playing Empyrion Galactic Survival. If you noticed, I've done a little bit of work off camera. Okay. No, I did that accidentally. Okay. So we did a little bit of work off camera. We've got a new growing plot where the other factory bits used to be, and I have brought up all three of the growing plots for the materials required for the canned vegetables. Move the fridge and the food processor to an easily accessible place, as well as the medic station and the O2 station. I moved, as I say, all the factory bits over here. Upgraded the to a large O2 tank and a large fuel tank. You can see the generator and the core underneath here. And then we also have the large ammo box. Same amount of ammo and such from last time. So from up here you can see I moved the cannons to the top. Instead of one on the top and one on the side, I found that two cannons are more than enough for the single player environment in which we're going to be playing in. Jump down here real quick. You can see I moved the survival generator around. So, last episode we had the bike, and we had just spawned in the hover vessel bike, and that didn't work so well. Actually, what I ended up doing was just scrapping the whole thing. I never was able to get it righted. So I spent some time in creative, and I tried to come up with a better design of that bike. And so I came up with the Bike V2. This also is up on the Steam Workshop, just like the Bike 1 is. But I didn't really like the looks of it, so I decided to just build a simple hover vessel, and here it is. It's the Roadster, nice little guy, and very low resource count. If we click over to the factory, you see that it only has 1 second of left, and yet it has a build time of right at 21 minutes. So how I achieve that, I actually have spent no time actually creating that device. What I did is I came over to our factory, or our large constructor, I'm sorry, and I put in a bunch of water generators and food processors, and I think even some power generators. But anyway, I put in these assembled devices into that menu, and if you see here in the resource, it takes 250 iron, 180 copper, 150, right, all of that. But by placing the water generators and such into this placement here, it actually cut down on the production time, because instead of just putting in just the regular ingots that then need to be turned into the components, which is electronics and control devices and metal pieces and all of these, because I was putting in the completed items, that time is taken off of the the factory. And because the large constructor constructs things faster than I can, it actually reduces the overall time, not by much. I'm not sure that a huge vessel that you're going to build that has 5,000 requirements of each of the different items, if that's going to be all that noticeable in the end, because you're still going to have to create 200 or 300 of the water generators to even come close to having it, or even more. So overall, I'm not sure that saves you time on the huge builds, but on the little small builds like this, it works like a champ. So we're going to start production, and it's now available, so you can see that here, completed. I'm going to spawn it, and again, like before, if it's red, it cannot spawn. If it's a blue bounding box, you can get into it just fine. And as you saw, even though it dropped from a height, it didn't tip over, even though it's on a slanted ground. the way that the bike did. So it has a turret on the top that can defend itself, and actually you can access all of the internals from the outside. So there's a little small viewing area where we can get to the constructor and the cargo box. And in the front, there's one for the small ammo box. And then across the top here, if I can get onto it, we've got the O2 station, the O2 tank, and the fuel tank is over on the other side. So a nice little hover vessel. I don't use them very often, honestly. I created this one just because I wanted to have something for the hover vessel, especially because that bike did not work out for us at all. So I'm going to come up here and get in, and I'm going to, let's see, we have fuel, we have ammo, other fuel tanks also full. We are not. We have plenty of oxygen. Okay, so we're good to go. I'm going to hit V to change the view. Alt to scroll out a bit. And then Y to power this guy up. And we're going to head off east so we can look at those POIs that we were going to do last episode. So here we go. Off in this direction is the drone base. So it's a drone base and a communication center, if I remember right, is off in this direction. And again, if you notice on the far right side, the time that it'll be until sunset is actually incrementing quite fast because we're heading east, which is the direction of rotation of the planet. And I found a new Promethean deposit. There's a drone. Get him real quick. And we want to loot him. YVF. Alright. Looks like because I am off center, yep, because I was a little bit off centered, it actually wouldn't let me get out of the vehicle. Something I might want to think about going forward. Come up with new designs. We have another drone. Investigate the one that I shot down. It's like a very drone-rich environment around us. There's this guy. There's that guy. And then there's this guy who's coming in. Oh, should not have fired that. You can tell when you zoom in. If you look at them through the scope and they are red, that means that they are out of range. Nice addition to the game. Oh, speaking of additions, if you notice up in the top left corner, we're now running 342 build 623. Not a lot of changes between this build and the one that we were on previously. But there is some. Basically, it is around server multiplay stuff, so it doesn't affect us very much. Reload, and I'm gonna hit F6 so I can turn off the label so I can see what I'm shooting at. I need to be juking and jiving a little bit more than what I am. Okay, that takes care of those. Shooting at me over here. Got me. Unfortunate. Okay. Those guys, this is the drone base, so until we take it out, we will have drones appearing at a pretty good rate. See if we can get some of these guys taken out. Got that guy. Two of them right here, and they're... Trying to clear the area so when I get out base I don't get killed by all these drones flying around. Because there's so many of them, they appear to be hitting each other. Oh, come on. Did they actually drop anybody off? I think so. Is that guy? Okay. Okay, so I think we are safe now. Oh, nope. Spoke too soon. There's another one. Okay, so we had catastrophic failure. So let's get out of this guy. Yes, holy moly. I have not seen that happen before. Don't know where that guy is at, actually. Don't know who's actually shooting at me at this point. I knew who it was, I could take care of him. Okay, so retreat. I don't see him. Might die from a guy who I don't know who he is. Let's get some healing going. And it does look like we're going to be walking back. Oh man, look at the radar. You can see that the there he is. The stuff is actually despawning. Get a few of these guys before they go away. So my poor truck Wow, must have hit the fuel fuel tanks. Gonna have to keep that in mind for my next version. Performed well until the end there. Gonna need to work on that. And these guys not doing so hot today. So on the bright side, we now have access to the good med kits. And these are the spawners that I had mentioned earlier. I did not want to jump down in here yet. That is really not what I wanted to do. Ammo. Really what I did not want to do. Did I get all of them? No, I did not. Okay. Well, so far this has been a very interesting attack. This POI. Not how you normally want to do it. Want to go into the POIs a little bit more carefully, a little bit more strategic. I did notice I have a credit card, so if you shift right click, that will add credits into your account. It doesn't do really any good for single player, but it works great for multi. Blocks. Already out of space. I had hoped to use the truck for cargo back and forth. May still have to do that out of space. Well, definitely could have gone better. I'm running out of space already. A little bit of tidying up. I don't think I have what I need. I'm gonna, there's no fuel tanks on here. Even though it's on, there's no power. So this poor boy is going to be more or less useless until I can get a fuel tank on there. And I don't think they got the generator. Oh, wait a minute. We are so lucky. So let me get in real quick, turn off the thrusters. So this is still a viable ship, although in a bad way. Let's get... Well... let's finish this POI. Get in. Turn her off. Whenever we finish the POI, I'll have to come back, add the RCS, and I'm definitely gonna have to rethink the design. Put items that are in the front that are a little less critical to having everything work. Reload the gun. There are still plenty of bad guys running around. Get the spawner. There's another one. Which one is this? Fell down there. He's kind of fun. They're not normally down here. Now I don't need to worry about him. I do need to worry about that thing. Thought I saw another turret. Building materials. Oh, wow. Big hole there. More building materials. Which is okay, but not great loot. Again, more building materials. Not the loot I was hoping for, but I will take it. And all of the loot that we pick up as part of this will make it easier later on. There's a generator and a fuel tank. Make it easier. Building. That guy. No, I did not mean to fall in on him. Okay. I've been picking up a lot of assault rifle bullets, so I'll switch to that so I don't run out. And I got another credit card, so good with that. Oh, I never got that spawner. That is why those guys showed up. Even though I cleared the area, because I did not clean out that spawner. They reappeared. So it will not let me open the door. Switch to this. Got the spawner so we won't run up against them again. Quite a few things jumping around. I do have some of the bullets. Not gonna need the drill. Take one of those. Yep. Yeah. See down here we've got those. Okay, more building materials. Okay. And that door. So all this item, all of these, we're going to come back to loot whenever we. Okay. Okay, got all three of those guys. Run up here and get the spawner real quick before I do anything else. And that sound you hear are the robot guards. Okay. And one thing to be careful with these robot turrets is you can indeed get stuck on them. Why I ran past real quick. Okay. Oh no, oh no. If you see on the minimap, there is another drone inbound. Thought we got all of them. We did not. Do not want him to shoot at what's left of the truck. So running through here as quickly as I can. Come on. Okay. Okay. If I remember right, off in this direction is our poor truck. Yet another reason not to be running around in the middle of the night. Now that is a surprise. That is a very shocking surprise right there. That's okay. Okay. Shouldn't need any of that. Okay. I'm going to pick up this meat. It may have spoiled before we get back, but I'm not sure. Back inside and finish this bad boy off. I'll then put in a I'll then put in a RCS, which is what the truck is missing, and I think it was because of the way that it was listing, it may be missing a thruster. But then I think we need to run home and lick our wounds. And much as I like the design of the truck, having it explode like that, somewhat less than positive. And here's what I was able to scoot by that guy from earlier. And I might die again if I'm not careful. Just sit back here just for a second and let the health items do their job. Get rid of him. And him. Okay. We're now clear. Guy. Okay. One that didn't generate, but it did not. Oh, it took the loot containers with it. Actually looks like an explosion, so maybe Hey, we got to... Actually, you know what? I'll take that. I very much enjoy the 50 cal, and just about every enemy in the game drops 50 cal. So this is, you can see in their damage of 90, range of 250. And this guy, which is the Tech 2, does 80 and range of just 200. So much better range. And also the multiplier for the head is 4 instead of 3. And magazine capacity is 15. Well, now it is 20. So it's a much better weapon all around. And that is the core behind it. So I'm going to use the gun they just gave me to take out their core. And I just got building blocks. Okay. Didn't get anything else. Yeah, so you can see so I must have taken out this entire area with the rockets that I was shooting. But that's not all. So that's unfortunate. And again, whenever you take out the core, the base loses power. The enemy loses the base. Let's see. I should have a core on me. I do. And if I can get into a fuel tank. There we go. Base is now powered up and it's under my control. Good. I'm gonna probably will not keep this base. I will probably tear it down and for resources. But I think that along with the repair of the truck will have to wait for another episode. We are kind of doing poorly with that poor truck. Off in this direction. And those are the villagers. Anyone else? So I guess I'm going to call it right here. I'm going to repair this guy and get him back to base, and then we'll figure out something to do with his with his design, because we need to come up with a little bit better of a design. Okay. So that was a complete mistake, and I think I just doomed this. So, oh, you know what? I have another core in my pocket. I honestly did not do that on purpose, but that's a good life lesson on why you should bring extra cores. Excuse me, buddy. So as I say, I'm gonna wrap this up here before anything else happens, and we'll take this guy to base and figure it out. Have a good day, everybody.